Hi, friends. How are you this evening? Welcome, welcome. Ouch. For those of you joining me for the first time, my name is Cheryl Wright. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from northeastern Montana, and I am ready to do a Gathering Moments class with you. Hi, Nancy. How are you? I'm glad it's a good evening in Kansas. It's a good evening in northeastern Montana. Kind of that fall weather's creeping in here. It was very nice today. A little breezy, but it was not hot. It was just a nice day. No air conditioning needed, although we had some. And no heat, no air conditioning, perfect. The reason I say we had air conditioning is because we're getting a new furnace AC system put in, and he was here installing it, and he was trying to get the air conditioner to work, and it got kind of cold in here. Anyway, enough about that. So let me add my other camera. Today only is a 15% off all stamps sale. So you can go to, you can scan this QR code if you want, or just go to stampinup.com and pick me as your demonstrator, please. And enjoy 15% off stamps and stamp tools. Like this is a stamp tool. The chamois is a stamp tool. I'm going to order a new one because this one is so gross. I'm going to treat myself to one, especially since it's 15% off, right? The other thing that is happening is Stampin' Cross Country registration closes next week. If you are interested, there's a QR code, and you can also go to craftwithcheryl.com for both those to get you where you're headed. So, oh, excuse me. Oh, my nose is starting to be drippy. In the 80s in Kansas, huh? Well, that's not too bad. Did you get your big storm that you were expecting yesterday morning after we were on Tuesday? All right, so tonight we are talking about, I am using the Gathering Moments suite of products. And I think it might have a different name as a suite, but Gathering Moments is the stamp set and the dies. And then there is an embossing folder. And what else? Oh, the paper. Oh, the paper. You know, different suites have different stars. They have different stars of the show. I just remembered I forgot to do a piece of paper, but oh well, it's all good. If that's all I forgot to do, then we are good. But Gathering Moments. Now, yes, if you are wondering, this is the set that we are using for Stampin' Cross Country. The projects I am doing tonight are not a part of anything that like we're doing for Stampin' Cross Country. So this paper is gorgeous. It has gold. Can you see the gold? It is just so pretty. One side has the gold on it, and the other side does not. But just pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, I have another card somewhere that I should have grabbed to share with you. Oh, well, I believe it's upstairs. So if it's upstairs, you're not going to see it tonight. That's way far away for me to run just to grab a card. All right, enough with the noise. So that's very pretty. And of course, on the back of our DSP, our pattern paper, or designer series paper, whatever you want to call it, it lists the colors. So tonight you're going to see basic beige, Cajun craze, crushed curry, early espresso, old olive, and it says champagne foil. I don't have champagne foil, so that is not going to be the star. I'm going to start off with some of the ones that are using the DSP. There's one that I'm very intrigued with, a card that I'm very intrigued with. And I need to cut a piece of paper, but we're not going to start there. So I did not use the big leaves in any of my projects. However, I did, and yes, you're going to see an extra L because I got carried away with the L's. I did make some leaves just to show you how simple it would be to make a really quick banner if you had these letter dies. Okay, so that can't go there because I did an F. And that can't go there because I did an A. So this is how quick you could actually do a banner with these, or a bulletin board, or anything. That's how big these leaves are, and that's how much fun it could be. Just pop some holes in it, and you could string this up and have a cute little banner. So I wasn't going to put it together, but I wanted to show you how easy it would be to combine the two. Let's go ahead and start with this paper, this card. All right. So this is a regular card base, 8.5 by 4 1/4. And I have it scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. And we're going to fold this way. And then we're going to fold it back on itself. And we're just going to crease that edge. So there we have our card base. All right. Now this piece is 2 by 5 3/8. And we're going to put it right on here. Actually, I think I'm going to flip it this way. Actually, we're not going to see that mushroom, but that's okay. So we're going to add that to that. Today has been crazy. We have company coming today. We have company coming tomorrow. And so, you have to tidy up the house, right? But our company today let us know that they aren't going to come till tomorrow now. So it was like, oh, good. I can just work on this and then finish tidying up the house and have company all come the same day. And one company's from my side of the family and one company's from my husband's side of the family. So, all right. So that's going to go there. And this piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I wanted it to match the border. Did I do that right? Yeah, I kind of did it right. I wanted it to match, have the same border around it. But we're going to stamp on this first. We're also going to stamp on this, and I think we're going to emboss this, and we just have some fun to do. So I'm setting the card base aside, and I'm going to grab this, and these are I love this font. We're just going to put Gather on the front and go from there. So there's that. And I don't know if I can use a smaller block. Nope. I could go sideways with it because I think I'm going to need my big blocks. Okay. So I am going to use early espresso tonight on a lot of my stamping. So, all right, here we go. All right. And, I'm not going to center it. I'm going to kind of put it off to the side, to the bottom. Oh, isn't that pretty? This paper is the basic beige. Isn't that gorgeous? Just really rich. So I'm going to stop there with that. I am going to grab my basic beige. I'm going to put some texture on this. And I might be doing it backwards, but all right, so these have some fun texture stamps, and I'm just going to use this. And this is a card that I saw somebody made, and I will give them credit if I can find a name on it. Sometimes people don't put their names on things. This one is Katrina Wolf, I think it is. And this isn't her exact card, but she's the one that inspired me. And it's similar to hers, but it's not exact to hers. All right, now if I were going to do this, how dark is that going to be? I think I'm going to stamp off. So this is the basic beige. In my opinion, it's got this, the ink almost has like a greenish hint, but it dries correctly. It dries just right. So we're going to turn it. We're just going to give it a little bit of extra texture. All right, so that one has a little extra texture by just putting some stamps on it. And then this one, we're going to give it a lot of extra texture because we're going to run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. The dies that I used for this are the Spotlight on Nature dies, and they are some of my absolute favorites. They are. So let me grab the embossing folder. I got my machine out. And the embossing folder, I have it all put away because I've been creating with this for Stampin' Cross Country. And so it's like, it's not in a normal place. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in with this folder. This folder and this, it just kind of was matchy, just a little bit. So we're going to try it. Of course we're going to like it, right? You know what I should have done? Oh, I never thought of this. I should have done it with the two-tone cardstock and then roughed it up a little. Oh, that'd have been fun. But I didn't do that. So there's another idea for another day. So my two-tone cardstock. I don't even know if I have this color two-tone cardstock. All right, so dry embossing is what I just did. I ran it through the machine, and now I have texture. Texture. All right, and we will be bringing this out again later. I'm going to put the embossing folder where I've had it. So when I'm looking high and low for it, it'll be where it's supposed to be. All right, and let's do a little more stamping on that other card. Actually, no, we're not going to. We're actually going to put this together. Now you can use the embossed side or you can use the debossed side. Either works. Katrina looks like she used the debossed side. I'm going to use the embossed side. And I'm just going to put them together kind of like that. And do a couple dimensionals there. And I want that to be going up and down, and I want my, all right, so that's, I think will work. I'm going to put it just a little bit more. All right, let's bring our card in. Our card base. And we're going to add it here. This is going to take up quite a bit of the landscape of our card. And that's okay. We want this to be straight. Now, I did put some dimensionals behind this part. So I'm going to put some behind this part to attach it to the card because it is not going to sit on much of this card base. I'm going to put that there. I am going to put a run of, ooh, I'm juggling adhesives here. I'm going to put a bit of the Stampin' Seal Plus on the back there. I don't want to pop this up anymore because that would be double popped up and it would look kind of wonky. So if you're just joining me, please be sure to say hello. And if you haven't heard the big news of the day, there is a stamp sale happening. So I'm finding that I don't like, this is like turned wonky. Gather there, it'll be fine. Okay. And there. Now, did I get the adhesive in the right place? I did. All right, so that's going to be the front of our card. And we're going to stamp on the inside as well. And we're going to say, your friendship means the world to me. No, expressing heartfelt gratitude. I don't know. What does gather go with? We'll do it. Expressing heartfelt gratitude because it's a time of Thanksgiving, correct? That's what we're going to go with. All right, I'm going to get the early espresso back out. And this is just kind of a gauge. I don't want it to show. So I have to make sure it's going to be hidden. I just love this font. Love, love, love this font. All right. When I first started as a demonstrator, they were having a hard time with Stampin' Up was having a hard time with their black ink. Something wasn't jiving. And so they had us all using early espresso for our stamping. And I really, really liked that. I got used to seeing just a little bit off black color. Oh, this is not what I thought I was grabbing, but it's what I have now. So I thought I was grabbing the regular Stampin' Seal, not the plus. But, all right. Now this is going to have a very, very narrow border. Very narrow. Very, very narrow. There we go. And now we just have to jazz up our card a little bit. All right. I am going to go ahead and use a piece of the basic beige. It's not a word that I'm used to using because I don't use basic beige. All right, and we're just going to cut. We're going to stamp a couple things with a couple colors. And I think that'll work. I didn't get as many of my colors out as I thought I did. I had them all. Maybe I don't want as many colors. No, I don't want as many colors. I do want Cajun Craze. So I'm going to bend you down for a second and find my Cajun Craze. Sorry about that. All right. So we're going to do one leaf this color. We'll do one leaf. Do I want to do both leaves this color? No, I don't. But we are going to we'll do a mushroom this color. Oops. I'm shedding. All right. And we'll do one this color, early espresso. And we'll do, I'm going to do a mushroom. It's in pecan pie. Not a mushroom, an acorn. It's a little bit different, but I think it'll work. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right. What's everybody got planned for the weekend? This weekend in our town is our big annual celebration. It's called Town and Country Day. And it is for, it's kind of used to be a celebration of harvest, where the town people and the country people hadn't seen each other for a while because of harvest. And then over the years, it's also become homecoming. And like I said, there are class reunions this weekend. They're doing an all-class reunion, so anybody that graduated from here is invited to come to the celebration, I guess. I did not graduate from here, so my cousin is just coming because, and neither did my cousin. My cousin is just coming because she had a ride. Her daughter is coming up this way, and she's catching a ride with her daughter. So it just is a coincidence that it's the same weekend as all the other festivities, but that's okay. Not being from here, I don't have any reunion stuff that I have to do. And I'm excited. She's never been to my house. So I've lived here for 30 years, and this cousin's never been here. So I'm pretty excited to have her come. This is just Post-it note tape, so I don't have to run this through the machine twice. So it's just like a Post-it note. All right, we're going to run this through and add it to the card, and we will be done with this card, and we will move on to project number 2. Sorry. Oh. Must be all the air that Deb has festival days going on. And there's a parade, and that's in Havre, Montana. Yes, there is a parade. We have combined it, like I said, with homecoming. So it's a homecoming parade / Town and Country Day parade. And the kids will all be full of candy. There's free breakfast, free lunch. Or no, actually, I guess lunch is not free. Lunch is free tomorrow. Lunch is a fundraiser, free will donation. So you just pay whatever you think is worth for the gymnastics kids on Saturday. And there's volleyball games and football games and bingo and parade. And it's a big deal in our little part of the world. My mom used to come up for it every year. Or not every year, but some years. My mom used to come up. She loved to see all the kids and have a little bit of fun. So I've got my little leaves, an acorn, and mushroom. And we're going to just add these to the card. And I have also some bling. The bling that goes with this suite is see. I might need to have to go to bed earlier tonight. There you go. These are the ones that came in the suite. They are called Cajun Craze and Gold Dot. So let's see about adding these to give it a little oomph. Dry layer in a little bit. And put this. No, we don't want to do that. Put that up there. And that there. How's that? I'm losing my I was using my iPad. It's where I store the pictures of great ideas that I'm mimicking. Copy and share everything is what it is. But I try to give credit when I can. So there's that. Then we'll add this. Ah. Then you can see some of that texture. Just yummy. Now we're going to put a dimensional on this one. Pop it up a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to do my simplest card last. Go figure. I'm not sure where to put this one. We'll just put it there. And then we'll use a couple of our little Cajun Craze dots. Cajun Craze and gold dots. So like I said, this is one of the featured suites, our featured bundles for our Stampin' Cross Country event. Registration closes next Wednesday. And for the full retreat, if you are interested in the digital only, it doesn't close for a while. Put that one here. There. There is card number 1. So Nancy is going to a birthday party on Saturday, and then she's trying to finish up cards. She also says there's a big festival in her town. It's the same weekend as Stampin' Cross Country, but she is more excited about coming to Stampin' Cross Country than going to the festival in her town. So those of you on the fence about joining Stampin' Cross Country, Nancy says it's even more fun than her town festival. So be sure to get registered. So there is card number 1. And like I said, it's not the same as Katrina Wolf's, but it was inspired by hers. So if you're flipping through Pinterest and you see something similar, it's probably hers. There you go. So I'm going to set this aside. I don't know why my nose has decided to drip and I'm coughing. I haven't gone anywhere all week. It's just allergies. Actually, I think that the new furnace probably kicked up dust. All right, here's the second one. So this one, this is a standard card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11, sliding all over. It's scored at 5.5, 5.5, and then I cut with my trimmer up, and this is 1 1/4. So I moved over 1 1/4 inches, and that's where I trimmed it. So I'm going to, I never know where my bone folders are going to end up. They rarely end up at the top of my mat, but that's where this one was. So we're going to start there. Now this one is going to come open, but this one we are going to glue shut. I'm struggling with this particular. I love tape runner. I'm trying to love Stampin' Seal. There we go. Okay, so that, and then this is going to be the flap. So I have a piece of this beautiful, and it's not the same as the last stuff. The last stuff had more yellow. It had a beige, a basic beige base. It didn't have any green. So this is a different piece of the paper. And the last one, I'm not using any of this pretty paper. So now this one, I don't have the name of anybody who inspired this one. So this one, if you're out there, thank you for the inspiration. If you put your name on it, I will shout out your name. I have no problem sharing where I get my ideas from. Some of them are just mine, but okay, do we want it to go that way or that way? I think this way. So this will just tuck in here. There we go. Got a ridge there. Here, instead of using my finger now. There, it's from the trimmer. And then this is just a piece of the same paper, but I'm using the reverse side. And if you notice, this reverse side matches the embossing folder. Matchy matchy. Stampin' Up likes matchy matchy. This is 1 inch by 5 1/4. And we're just going to put that on. It's hard to cover up this pretty foil paper, but I like some of the backs too. Stampin' Up is coming out with a 12 days of crafting box, and the papers in it are going to be one-sided. And part of me thinks that's okay, but I like double-sided because sometimes I don't like both sides. So what would I do with the paper if I didn't like it? I can usually like the other side. And if I like both sides, then I just have to buy more. Hi, Shirley. How are you? That's all right. There are replays for anyone who ends up being late, however you want to put it. So I'm going to use, this is a piece of Cajun Craze. These are the textured note dies. I love these. I love the texture on the edges. Aren't they just, I'm just into texture tonight. All right. So I am expressing heartfelt gratitude because that's who I am tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and use the early espresso again. That way I don't have to wash my stamp. Yes. I made an extra one just in case I messed up. And that's how you know that that's how I end up with extras of my my extra dies, is because I sometimes prep in case I screw it up. And then that one just goes into the extra bucket. All right, so this is going to get put on here. Keep working for me. We're going for a run. There we go. I challenged myself tonight before we started to not use the green glue tonight. So far, so good. All right. Now this I'm going to put here, but I have to remember that I'm not putting anything under here. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this across the back. Now, one of the other things that comes with this suite of products is this beautiful twine. It's Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread pack. And they come together. And we're going to use the Early Espresso. I think the green will look better with. To me, green is not a fall color, but it's definitely a Christmas color. Raining there. Wow. We haven't had hardly any rain. Shirley lives east of me. So sometimes we send weather her way and sometimes apparently we don't. So I have no idea where I'm putting this. Just wanted to loop some back there. There's some people that make this look so easy. I hope for you I'm one of them. I do not feel like one of them. Maybe we're just going to go with 2 loops. We might just go with 2 loops. Make it look like it was a bow. All right. We're going to try that, see if we like it. Okay, now we're going to close this because we're going to make a mess otherwise. And I need to make sure I do not put, ooh, I hope I didn't mess up. I'm going to put a dimensional there, but I'm not taking the top off, just in case I messed up. It can be there to cushion, but it's not going to. I'll take the back off if I. All right, let's put one more here. I'm using a lot. Okay. I think I'll be okay. I'm not taking the back off that until I find out. So I'm leaving the back on that one because I don't know if it's going to work or not. All right. And I'm going to go up a little. I'm not going to do it. Not going to center it. There. So pretty. Now let's see how I did. Oh, I'm glad. So it's there, but it doesn't have the back taken off of it. So it's just for height. All right. Now this one, you're going to use a piece of, did I say 2 3/4 by 5 1/4 inch paper, and we're going to stamp many thanks on here, expressing heartfelt gratitude. Many thanks. Or maybe thankful for you. We'll do thankful for you. Ouch. One of the things that you can get on the stamp sale today is they have a bundle of blocks. So the bundle is 10% off. And then today you get 15% off of that. So it's like getting 25% off some of your blocks if you are in the market for blocks. There we go. Again, I love this font. And this one, we're not going to put a whole lot of extra stuff on it. We are going to put some dots on it. But that is all. All right, so this is going to get the same kind of margin, border, whatever you want to call it. And the ink wasn't dry all the way and I smudged it. But you can't tell that from far away. I will fix it. I will fix it before I give this card away. All right, so let's just grab some of these, expressing heartfelt gratitude. I'll use some of these. Put this here, and maybe that'll catch that. We'll go up. Yeah, we'll do 5 on this one. And we'll do one more little one. There. All right. There you have it. Expressing heartfelt gratitude, thankful for you. And this is just stays down. So it's just kind of a decorative part of your card. So there's that one. And so my next one is absolutely gorgeous. But I don't know if I can do it justice the way the gal did it. So we're going to try it. And if it works, great. And if it doesn't, that's why we call this crafting with me. I just need regular vanilla. That's the piece I forgot to cut. So I'm going to cut a piece of vanilla, very vanilla. And I just need a regular standard piece. 2, 4. I always end up with my Post-it note tape stuck to me somewhere. I just peeled 2 off my arms. Earlier upstairs, I moved a pair of shoes, and there was a piece of Post-it note tape stuck to the bottom of my shoe. All right, so we're going to take Early Espresso, and I hope this works because this card is just absolutely gorgeous. All right, I need to clean off a lot of these. So I don't want any oopses. This is what I guess I would call a monochromatic card. I might be second guessing my choice of cards here. Maybe I want to use pecan pie instead. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with pecan pie instead. All right. See, I need a new chamois. I think I have one hidden somewhere, but all right. Nose is itching. Must be time for my allergy pill. All right. Like I said, I'm going to change it to pecan pie. That's just too dark for me. I think it'll be fine. And then I think I need another couple stamps. There's this one and this one. And I don't think I'm going to take that one out. Okay. I need another couple blocks. I have many of my blocks being used for other projects, but that's okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to stamp. We're going to stamp all the different things. But we're not going all the way up to the top. And usually I start with the big when I do this. It's kind of a collage piece. I don't want to stamp on my mat. And they can overlap. And we can do some that are lighter and some that are darker. Oh, we got to get the acorn in here. And we only did one of these. And I need to get another one in there. And might stamp this one off and go right there. And go up. All right. My problem with collage is I never know where to stop. Oh, we're going to do this one. Okay. Fun. All right. Like I said, I saw this card and I went, oh, I have to do that one. All right. So the next step that I'm going to do, and this is not what she did. He, she, I'm assuming it's a he. I mean, a she. Isn't that mean? I think there's just more demonstrators, but it could be. I'm going to do some flicking. So you just take a blend and flick. I'm going to do the lighter one as well. That was dark. Just kind of really collage it up. All right. Now, if that weren't enough, we're going to emboss it now. And my watch tells me it's time to stand up. We're going to not do that. All right. I think I got ink on my tummy. I think this is too small. I want something bigger. So this is one, but it's almost too big. Maybe the birch. I'm going to do the birch. We want to go this way. Oh, we're going that way. Just doing all the things today. Do a little cutting, a little embossing. Just having fun crafting with me. Oh, Shirley, all the colors are just gorgeous in this suite of products. I am a huge fan of fall, though. So growing up, summer was always my favorite, but I think fall and spring are my favorites. I don't enjoy the extreme temperatures that we get. And maybe when I was younger, see, I didn't live here. I lived in the mountains, so we didn't get the extreme temperature, heat. Got the extreme cold. Right. So that just gave it a little texture. And now we're going to take a blender pen, a blender brush. And where's my paper back again? We're just going to blend the edges. I think you could do this with any color. I'm very happy with my choice to use this color as opposed to the early espresso that I was going to do. This one I did not find on Pinterest. This one I found, I think, on Facebook when everybody's sharing all their creations. This one, and they used a different embossing folder. There was also some kind of glitter or something on it. I didn't identify that. The folder they used, however, is no longer current. And I wanted to make sure that I used everything current in case you want to replicate and you don't have the supplies. I did link the supplies in the description of this video. So if you would like to go shopping, just click on the link and it will take you right to shop for these things. I'm going to try to do an edge that's a little darker here and there. What do you think? Up close. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, we're going to call that good. Now my dilemma, now we have to pick out what color it goes on because I have early espresso ready to go, or I had it ready to go. I kind of almost like that too still. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Here's my early espresso ready to go. But I think we have to try. Maybe we want to try crumb cake. Nope. That's a definite no. I need to find my pecan pie. My bucket of embellishments is falling over. All right, where is it? Don't have it out. See, this is because I changed colors. I didn't get my pecan pie. Oh, there it is. All right, not a problem. Oh, yeah. Definitely. In my opinion. All right, so I need to cut a card base. And I'm not getting fancy with this one. And I'll score it. This is my simple card. We should have done this first, but that's all right. We went backwards today. Maybe it was supposed to be a backwards day. All right. And then this goes on here. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I got all kinds of stuff happening here. All right. Come on. Now, I did not get die ready for this yet. So I will do that quick. So we just look and reach in here because I think we want, I don't use very vanilla very often. So I'm throwing my extra one in here. What do we have in here that's very vanilla? Anything? Anything at all? Nope, no very vanilla in here. All right, not a problem. I'm going to use Many Thanks or one of the smaller. I think I'll use Many Thanks because I have not used that one yet. Many Thanks. And so I need a die that is that big. There it is. My dies are in front of me that I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Let me try this one. This is from Stylish Shapes. Is that going to be not big enough? Okay. So, oh, I know. Maybe this one. That would cover up a lot of our prettiness, but I think it'd be very nice. Oh, we're going to try that. Okay. There we go. So I need my very vanilla. I think I have a smaller piece instead of cutting that one up. We're going to do it the way we usually do it. We're supposed to do it is, you know, stamp first and then I know I've got other blocks, other dies on here for other stamps. I think I want to use pecan pie for my words. Not early espresso. Early espresso is fired for the night. I'm going to use full strength pecan pie. And I should send a note to my husband that I'm almost done. Because he's going to start supper. There, now he'll know. Okay, so this, go over here, get it all lined up. And I don't use these dies very often. These are Nested Essentials. I use the other ones, the banner and the rectangles with the rounded corners, but I don't use these hexagons very much at all. So this is perfect. Perfect. Gotta use all the stuff. Oops. I'm losing my earpiece. So go shop the sale if you are interested in any stamps. The bundles, you know, if you want to get the stamps and the dies, it's still, I think, cheaper to do the bundle. But if you just want a stamp set, like that Love and Courage, that cancer research set, that is, it doesn't have any dies, so that would be a perfect one for the sale. There is no minimum with this sale. You can buy one stamp set or you can buy many. There's several that are standalone awesome stamps, or some of them I don't do both the stamp set and the dies. Some of them, the dies speak to me, and sometimes the stamp set speaks to me. I have a cart that I have to finalize tonight before midnight Mountain Time, right? I got to rough this up like I did the other. Otherwise, it's just going to shout at us. All right, there we go. And not sure we'll use that or not. Isn't that pretty? I like it. We're going to use the dimensionals on this. And it's too dark. I think I'll get, well, we have a pack of the colors of the neutrals. in the twine. So I think I'm going to use some of this. All right. I'm going to do this a different way. I don't know if I want to go down where it's stamped. I might do it right in the middle. That is not straight. I wonder, can I loop this around? Nope, that would be weird. All right, we're just going to do a bow. We are. And this one will be done. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know if well, maybe I'll do it on the side. Now to get your bows like this to stick, you just take a glue dot and you make a ball out of it. Make a ball and go pick it up. And I think we're just going to put it right there. Move it around until the ball is covered. And I don't know if I have any brown. Brown. Con pie is the word, not brown. I could make some. I could use those clear ones. Ooh, maybe I'll do that. Actually, I do have some. I have these pressed flour. They're too dark. We're just going to use, I could even use these. Oh, yeah. Okay. I never know where to put these. Somebody told me if you tuck one up underneath. I don't know. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? I really like this one. Let me get rid of the white so it shows up better. Isn't that pretty? I really like this card. I might have to make more. I've got a wedding coming up next week that's kind of a Western themed wedding. And this might work really well for congratulations. So, yeah. What do you think? Oh, thank you. Nancy said my cards tonight were adorable. So let me show you all of them. I have all my blocks are used. I have ink everywhere. I did some fun folds. I have been in a rut of not doing fun folds, so I was glad to get back to doing some fun folds. All right, so there are my cards tonight. And don't forget that this stamp set has these big, huge dies that you can make leaves, big leaves out of. I forgot to tell you, these holes you can put in there, and then you can actually stitch on these and make the veins out of twine or linen thread. I don't know where my fall leaves went. They have disappeared, but up here they are. Though, silly me. Oh yeah, get those alphabet letters and you can make some pretty fall words. There we go. Gotta love fall. I love fall. So I saw somebody take the leaf kit and make it into a wreath. It's actually a piece of garland, and they made it into a wreath, and then they made a fall banner to go across it. It's really cute. So there we go. Fall is hopefully here. Thank you for joining me tonight and every night. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed watching tonight and want to see more. If you like these products and want to get some, the link is in the bottom in the video description. It'll take you right to these products. So thank you for joining me tonight and have a wonderful weekend, no matter what you're doing. But stamp sale ends tonight at midnight Mountain Time, and Stampin' Cross Country registration for the full retreat, that means all the bells and whistles, ends next Wednesday. Tell your friends. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye-bye.